Hello, students. We are going to start with our first poem, My Mother at 66. This is a touching poem written by Indian poet Kamla Das, who wrote under the pen name of Madhavi Kuti. In this poem, she describes her feeling of love and attachment towards her aging mother. The poem revolves around the theme of advancing age and the fear that adheres to its loss and separation. It is a sentimental account of mother's approaching end through the eyes of daughter. The seemingly short poem touches upon the theme of filial bond between the mother and daughter, smeared in the backdrop of nostalgia and fear. Nostalgia of past, the time spent with the mother, and fear of future without her. It is a short poem without a full stop. The poem is like a long sentence, overflowing thought process. The poet uses the device of comparison and contrast, simile and repetition. So let's see how our poem begins. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning, I saw my mother beside me, dozed, open mouthed, her face ashen like of a corpse, and realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. So here, firstly, when the poet is on her way to the Cochin airport with her old mother sitting beside her, she looks at her closely and presents before us her image. She compares her with her corpse. So, what is the meaning of corpse? See, here the word you'll see corpse. Corpse means dead body. So, she's comparing her mother with a corpse. Why corpse? The way a dead body loses its shine, its glow, it becomes pale. Same way, her mother has also lost all the glow of her face, her skin. So that is why she has compared here her mother with dead body. Fine. So since it is a comparison and usage of word like is also there. So that is why here which poetic device has been used? Here it is simile. Since the word like is used. So let's proceed further. She compares her mother with her corpse. Simile is the figure of speech to show comparison between her mother's face and corpse. As she looks at her mother's pale and pallid face, she is struck with the horror and pain of losing her. The mother, with a dozing face and open mouth, is compared to a corpse. Here, the poet shows the typical love and affection which is present in a mother daughter relation. So, I just hope till here it is clear. Let's proceed further. But soon put that thought away and looked out at young trees sprinting, the merry children spilling out of their homes, but after the airport security check, standing a few yards. Now listen. Earlier in the previous stanzas, what poetess was telling us, she was there in the car and there she was observing her mother. And what did she observe? It was the aging of her mother. Right? So to divert her mind from that painful thought, what is the painful thought? That her mother is aging, she might die soon. Fine. So to divert her mind from this thought, this sad thought, she started looking outside. And what did she see outside? See here, which poetic device or literary device is used? Here it is contrast. Why? Because inside the car, a lifeless, colorless, glowless mother is there who is aging. And outside, what is there? Trees sprinting means time which is passing very fast, which is moving very fast. And second thing is merry children spilling out of their homes. So these are the two things which she observes. And these both things are very different from the scene which is there inside. Okay? So she looks inside and gets sad. And when she sees outside, she becomes more sad. Why? because she is able to see that time is passing very fast. And merry children, these are the metaphoric words, right? Sprinting trees over here metaphorically says the time is passing very fast, and merry children shows life, full of life. Inside the car, her mother is lying like a corpse, and outside, full of life is there. Okay, so now she has reached to the airport. After getting security check, she was standing few yards away. Then what happened? Let's see. I looked again at her, worn, pale as a late winter's moon, and felt that old. So here she was, after the security check, she was standing few yards away. And again she turned back to see her mother. And what did she see? Her mother was worn. Okay, her mother was worn. See, here the word worn is being used, which means colorless, which doesn't have any glow. She was pale. Okay, all these words she has used for her mother. Now, again, there is a comparison between mother and late winter moon. So, this late winter moon, how it is similar to her mother? This late winter moon has also lost its glow. How? In fog. Okay, during the foggy nights and winters, moon is not able to shine as bright as it shines in the summers. So she is again comparing her mother with the winter's moon, which seems old. Fine. So now what happens? She is comparing her mother with the moon, which has lost all the glow, all the charm. Her mother has also lost everything. That glow, that energy, everything she has lost because of the aging. She is at the airport to take the flight. It indicates departure and separation, which creates melancholy. As she bids goodbye to her mother, the image of old, worn out mother is twilight of the year strikes again. Here again, a simile is used to compare her mother with the late winter's moon, whose light is obstacled by fog and mist. As she looks old now, her personality is affected by it. The poet is feeling the same pain of separation which she used to feel when she was a child. Now she is leaving her mother and going. So, this pain of separation she is feeling. Also, her childhood fear of losing her mother, which she feels that earlier was temporary, but now it could be forever, as she could die of old age. This thought, this idea is haunting her. She is so pained that it is natural for her to cry out. But keeping a brave front side, she hides her tears and smile. Let's see the last stanza. Old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. As we have already discussed, what is this childhood's fear? The way small child is very afraid of losing her mother. In the same way, she is also facing or feeling the same pain. That pain, that ache which she used to feel during her childhood was the temporary one, but now the loss will be permanent. But all I said was, see you soon, Amma. See, she's completing or finishing the poem with a positive note. What is the positive note? That whenever she'll be coming back, she would see her Amma. Right? So she ends the poem by saying, see you soon, Amma. This is very hopeful sentence. Fine. Whenever she'll be getting back, she'll see her Amma the way she is. Okay? And I did was smile and smile and smile. To hide her tears, she just smiled. Okay? She bids farewell to her mother and keeping her hope of seeing her again alive, says, see you soon, Amma. She hides her sorrow as she does not want to create any painful environment for her mother, and conveys her that as she is enjoying her life, similarly, her mother should also be happy and enjoy her life. I just hope you have understood the poem very well. So, thank you